This probably is not the best video in the world, but I'm going to just share my thoughts and not be so concerned with how I look. I don't think how you look is as important as what you say. So I don't know, just find it very quiet lately, and I don't know, maybe because it's so hot out, there's not too many people around. It's quiet in the building. You don't see too many people outside either. Um, yeah, it's been too hot to go anywhere as well. So I think maybe that's another reason why I'm feeling a little more lonely than usual. You know, it also could be based on some things that are going on right now, and um, I'm not really sure what to do about it. Um, I think maybe when it does get a bit nicer, I definitely have to get a bus pass and get out to some of these places that I want to go. Like I want to go to the Kiwanis Pool. I wish I lived over in Carlton Street to be honest. I wish I lived there right now. I'm thinking of actually calling them and finding out if they've got an apartment available. Even if it's not market, I could be on the waiting list for a market and just pay the regular rent payment each month and just leave myself enough for, my cable and telephone and groceries. Or even just telephone and groceries, that would be good enough. I don't have to have the internet. Um, I could just go back to living like I lived before 2007. So let's see, how old would I have been? 2007. Jeez, I'm trying to think. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I would have been 42. I went 42 years without internet. And I remember my first apartment, all I had was a TV that got no stations and my phone. That was it. So I did a lot of reading. I did a lot of writing. A lot of writing. I wish I would have kept all that writing because I did it for years, a long, long time, and I don't know where all those books went. I probably chucked them all out. I should have kept all of them and just compiled them into one big book because I'm still writing to this day. I've been writing since I was 12, so I've done a lot of things in this life, and they weren't all bad things. I did a lot of good. I I achieved a lot of success in this world. I went to college. I completed college. I went back to high school because I had quit for personal reasons, family. Excuse me, for family reasons. Um, my dad was very sick with cancer, and I quit school to take care of him. And then I was in so much grief I didn't even want to go back to school at that time, so I just started working. I should say continued working because I was already working. I minded all the children in the neighborhood from the time I was 12 till I was about 17. And then I minded my nephew for another year. And then, I kind of moved around all over the place and I was working and, just busy with work and everything. And one of my bosses came to me and said, you really are wasting yourself here. Why don't you go back to high school and, you know, graduate and go to college or university? She's like, I see so much potential in you, Teresa. You're wasting your potential here. And that was at a pizza delivery or like a pizza place, restaurant. And I did everything there. I mean, I cooked, I answered the phone, took the orders, waited on people in the dining room. We We did it all, really. But we had a good team of people working, all of us working together. A really good team of people. We had a lot of laughs and a lot of fun. I miss that. I miss being around people and having fun. I miss working, most of all. I miss having a job and being relevant and having somewhere to go every day. And even if it wasn't for a lot of money, at least it was a job, you know. And back in those days, you could just walk out of one job right into another. Not as easily as my parents, maybe, but it was pretty easy, you know. I remember even up until I was, well, in my late 40s, where I got a job at Shoppers one day, and I ended up getting a job the same day in the food court, which had better hours. So I went from Shoppers to the food court, and you know I did that for a while to help with money for Christmas for Derek, and yeah, I really like that to go back to work. Now I don't know. Now there's something going on with my ticker, and I've got COPD as well, and there's something going on with my legs. I don't know what it is, but I think I need to see a doctor. My feet are swollen, my ankles are swollen, and they hurt. And my calves and my feet are really, really super cold, and I can't get them warm, even though it's 100 and something degrees Fahrenheit. Uh, I can't get. I don't know. Everything's swollen. So maybe it's from the heat. I hope that's all it is, because I know that can also be a sign of congestive heart failure. I saw it in my mom and I saw it in my friend Judy. They both had it. I think Jamie had it too. She was another friend of mine that passed away last year. Yeah, so I haven't had any friends die this year yet, but there's still a few months left in the year, so I don't know. It's just been really unusually quiet, and I don't know. I just feel invisible, irrelevant, old, forgotten, rejected. I think there's somebody I'm thinking of, and I think she doesn't want me around because I think she's embarrassed by the fact that I'm missing a tooth. Even though I've got a flipper to put in when we go out, I do, which I do. Um, I don't normally go out like this, and if I do happen to go out like this and forget my teeth, I've got a mask. I usually throw a mask on. Not that I, I am dead set against masks. Believe me, especially after COVID. I don't ever want to see another mask again. But in a pinch, I'll throw it on. Not for long though. Like one day, for example, I went into Giant Tiger and I put it on because I realized I'd come down the hill without my teeth, without my flipper in, and I thought, oh shit, I'm already almost here, so I'll just throw the mask on. I only threw the mask on in line basically because I didn't talk to anybody in the store. That's another thing too. It's embarrassing to talk to people when you're missing teeth. You know, I'm trying to make up for it by not showing my teeth, but it's hard. When I've spent 60 years with most of my teeth in, to lose teeth, and it was like I lost like four of them in a week. They would just were falling out like chiclets, popcorn. I don't know, whatever falls out. They're falling out faster than my gray hairs. But anyway, yeah. So just feeling lonely and isolated, and I'm feeling a little cooped up, and need a change of scenery. Went to the doctor today. That pissed me off. I don't care for this doctor, but what are you going to do? I mean, there's no doctors available to take on patients, and I'm kind of stuck with them for now. I think I can go see a nurse practitioner, so I think I'm gonna bear that keep that in mind. the next time I have an issue. Actually, he's in Thursday, so I'm gonna go get my feet and my legs checked by him on Thursday because it's really concerning me, and it's making it really really hard to walk to, like harder to walk, or even just around the apartment, and that's not good. It's not a good sign. It never is. And if I do move again, here's another thing. I am not going to be able to lift much and help anybody. Like, I'll have to pack. And I was thinking of starting to get rid of stuff actually already. Like, I know I'm not moved yet, but if I do find a place, I'll probably take a smaller place because of because of my physical limitations. Maybe I should check over at Gale Crescent and see if they've got a unit available. I know they're smaller apartments, but yeah, I think they've got 14 floors in theirs. We've got 12. I don't know. I think I need change. I think I need something to change in my life because I'm stagnant and I'm, I'm getting a little bummed out. Not depressed, just kind of bummed out. Like really not no. I don't know where I want to go. I don't know what I want to do. I think it's the first time in my life that I felt this bad. And I think the more the phone stays silent and the more isolated I become, I think it's going to be even harder and harder for me to get out. And that's scary. That's a scary thought too. So I don't know what the answer is, but it's not the continuation of whatever's going on with me right now. This is not sustainable. I can't keep on like this. So anyway, that's my rant for today, and I'm sure I'll be back another day to rant again. So thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. Take care.